So to select the contour editor in Storyboard Pro, you can either go to the Tools toolbar and click on its icon here, or you can go to the top menu and select Tools, Contour Editor. So you can use the contour editor to edit the points around a stroke or the Bezier points or segments of a central vector line of a pencil stroke. So it's as simple as selecting a segment and pulling on it, or selecting a point and pulling on it. You can add points by holding down the Command key on Mac, and I believe it's the Control key on Windows. You can delete points by selecting them and clicking on the Delete button. When you select a point, two Bezier handles appear, and you can grab either of the handles and pull them out to change the shape of a line, or you can move them to change the curve. And of course, this also applies for the points around a brush stroke. And of course, a brush stroke is defined by a vector contour with a solid fill, and a pencil line is defined by a central vector line. So in the tool properties for the contour editor tool, you'll see that there's a few options here. For the cursor, you can choose between the marquee, which is the arrow, or the lasso. And you can easily toggle between the two by holding down the Alt button. So having the lasso tool selected allows you to select groups of points very organically, whereas with the marquee, you need to draw out a rectangular frame to create a selection. The next option that you have in the Tool Properties panel is the Snap to Point, and this example would actually work better if we were using geometrical shapes. So say I have a rectangular square like that, I can then draw a line like this. I can then use the Snap to Point to snap the end of this line to any of the vector line segments or points on this rectangle. The next option in the Tools property panel for the contour tool is the smoothing tool, and you need to actually have an area selected in order to have that enabled, and then click on the smooth icon. And I don't know if you noticed, but some of the points were eliminated from around this contour, and I'll do it one more time to show you again. And it happened again. And essentially what this does is it helps you make a smoother line instead of having to go through and delete multiple points and reshape this. And of course, the more points you have, the more jagged your brush stroke or pencil line will appear, whereas if you have fewer points, you'll get a nice smoother curve in terms of readjusting the look of the stroke.